Hey everyone's JackelWolf coming at you with a special edition of my 5 minutes That's How I Did It series. Now, this is a Skyfactory 4, and you might be looking around saying, well, this is not your regular Skyfactory 4 world. And you'd be 100% correct in that. This is actually my Skyfactory 4 stream world. This is the world I use when I stream on Twitch. And I've kind of been building it up and, stumbling and bumbling my way through Skyfactory 4, kind of learning the ins and outs. And last night on stream, I had a problem, and my problem was automating lava, and it was something I struggled with quite a bit, and it was only with the help of one of the viewers, Big Edley. So I'm giving a big shout out to Big Edley here, because he is the one that figured this out for me. But I really wanted to share this guy with you guys, even though it is going to be way out of sync with my 5 minute Skyfactory 4 world, but I think it's super important. It's going to be super useful. Skyfactory 3 and Stone Block 2, it was very easy to automate lava. You simply had your crucible over a heat source, and then you just piped stone right into it, and then you piped lava out. So in Skyfactory 4, it is not necessarily getting the lava out of the cauldron that is the problem, but rather getting the stone into the cauldron. So the easy part of this is getting the lava out of the cauldron. So let's start with that first. First up, we're going to need to build ourselves some droppers. Now, to build a dropper, it is simply one piece of redstone in a crafting table with 7 pieces of cobblestone. Now, that is a very simple, vanilla recipe. But first off, we're going to want to build ourselves a fluid extraction cable. Now, there are a couple of other different fluid cables in there. This is the one I've chosen because it is very simple, something you can get very early game. So again, you're going to need one of those droppers in a crafting table with 4 gold nuggets and 1 weighted pressure plate. Now that gets us our fluid extraction cable. So let's just come over here, and as a demo, we're going to place the fluid extraction cable onto the cauldron. As you can see, it makes a connection and another connection over here. So now if we were to manually grab some cobblestone and throw it in there, you can see it is automatically going right into our whatever we're using as a storage. Right now I've got it hooked up to my melter. So that is the easy part. The difficult part is getting the cobblestone to automatically go into the cauldron. So what we're going to do is build ourselves an item extraction cable. Now that is going to be a dropper in a crafting table with 4 iron nuggets and 1 weighted pressure plate. So as a demo, what we're going to do is let's actually, for a second here, I just want to show you the trouble we were having last episode. So we're going to break that Cobblestone Generator. We're going to come up and we're going to actually place it right over top of this cauldron. Now, in Skyfactory 3 and like Stone Block 2 and that, simply having a Cobblestone Generator pump right into the crucible absolutely worked. As you can see, in this case, it is not working. It is not making that second connection like we did over here with the fluid. So what we're going to do is we've got to actually build ourselves a actual dropper. So let's actually go pull this out. We're going to put this back over here, and we're going to place a wood block there just so we can go and place the dropper facing down into the cauldron. So now what we want to do is connect this chest full of cobblestone, or at least filling up of cobblestone with the actual dropper. So we're going to go and pop that open. And now this is going to make a connection into this cobblestone generator. Don't worry about that. You could probably use a wrench at some point to clean it up if you wanted. There's no way to put any item into the cobblestone generator. The cobblestone generator only produces items. It doesn't actually, take any items. So this is a unnecessary connection, but it is not going to interfere with anything. If we open this up, you can see it is filling up very quickly with cobblestone. Now, to make the dropper work, we're going to have some sort of redstone signal. Now, I am a big fan of these redstone clocks. There are probably a couple of other timers in Skyfactory 4, but the redstone clock is super simple. It is simply 4 pieces of redstone, 4 iron ingots, and 1 redstone repeater in a crafting table. One other thing that we are going to want is a item collector. Now, an item collector is simply 1 block of lapis, 3 hoppers, 2 droppers, and 2 iron ingots. Now, this is not a necessary item, but the way that the redstone clock is going to work is that it is basically not going to turn off. It's going to keep going on and on and on and on, and it's going to start popping out of that cauldron. So Next, I'm going to take this redstone clock and I'm just going to place it over top of this faucet. Now, this is going to allow me to use this redstone clock for double duty. Not only will it be setting off the dropper, it will also be setting off the faucet, which is going to automatically make some of these ingots, and it's going to pull those ingots down into this cabinet. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to need a little bit of redstone and some cobblestone slabs, and we're just going to come off here. And if we do this correctly, we should be able to. Now, if I did straight here, it would not be setting off that dropper. We're going to kind of want to come around in an angle. And there you go. Actually, if we come down here. Oh, I'm probably too close. There you go. You can hear the lava go in there. And if we come over here, probably see the lava go up. There we go. So that is now automatically making lava. Now, as I said earlier, we now have a problem with once this is full, it is going to have a problem where it's still going to kick out those cobblestone blocks, but it's going to get popped out of the cauldron because there is no place to go. So if we give this a second, we should be able to see one pop out any second now. Okay guys, so I've given it a few seconds, and as you can see, we now have a sear tank that is full, a cauldron that is full, and you can see some items are sort of, warping through the side of the cauldron there. That's because they're not being used, but the dropper is still continuously kicking them out whenever it gets that redstone signal. Now, there is probably a way of setting it up so, if the cauldron is full, you send the signal to cut it off. But for right now, because we built it, I'm going to use this item collector, and we're just going to go and place it right here. That is the top that's showing that it is working, although actually I picked up those ones just through the cauldron. We're going to open it up. We're going to switch on the redstone to always on, and now we should be able to see, and there you go. It is now picking up that loose cobblestone. If you wanted, you could go and pipe this cobblestone into either another storage area or maybe even back up to that chest up there. And then you're losing less cobblestone in your world. But again, it is not the biggest of deal. There is certainly cobblestone for days once you have your cobblestone generator. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please think about leaving a like and a subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at JackelWolf. Also, check out the description below. There is a link to my Discord page. I would love it if you stopped by to say hi. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.